Where are you these days and how do you describe your working experience?
At the moment, I was based in Bangalore for about a year and 2 months, and I was posted there as the finance manager for Rolls-Royce India. And now I'll be going back to UK, and I'll be working as financial controller for Rolls-Royce Capital.
How do you feel going overseas to study
I,
something?
I think it was an absolutely brilliant decision. I have enjoyed myself thoroughly, and the highlight of my study there was meeting people from different countries, different cultures, different backgrounds.
What do you think the biggest asset that DGS have or always have?
I think it's definitely the teachers, because all the credit that I could give to for what I am today at school is mainly because of the learning that I have received at school. They take a lot of pain to help us in achieving our objectives, in helping us score better marks, in helping us understand that we need to even get involved in co-curricular activities.
Who or what influenced you has been your most important decision for this? Any person or any incident that has been influenced you?
I think it's, in terms of making a decision for going abroad, I would say one of my aunt. When I was a kid, I was absolutely in awe of her, because at a very young age she went abroad and she did her microbiology and she managed to sell very well. But in terms of giving me courage and giving me that, push that yes, you can go abroad and you can study and you can have a brilliant career, I would definitely give all of that credit to my parents.
Okay, how do you look yourself with other alumni of your country?
Would not really want to compare success, because I'm sure everybody from my year are doing extremely well. I do know of some of my colleagues, some of my friends from school. One of them is working with Deloitte and doing very well. There are some people working with GE in Australia. There are some colleagues of mine who are working in UK. Some of them are doing their further education in UK.
School function activity did you enjoy the most?
I would say being on the sports ground would be the favorite activity that I have enjoyed. I think
Okay, did you face any challenge after your school and how did the SNK Foundation help in that?
my undergraduation from Manchester in BA Economics, specializing in accounting and finance. So there were people from more than 100 different countries, talking to different people, meeting different people, being a little outspoken. You would need to have a lot of confidence. You would need to have courage to go and speak to people. You would need to have belief in yourself. And that is what I feel SNK has given me. So the first challenge was to go out and speak with people, to blend in with people, to learn as much as I can. And yeah, I think that is something that I've learned a lot at SNK growing up. It's a place, I always considered SNK as a platform where I can not only make mistakes, but even blunders. And over time, over the years, I've proved it again and again and again, like probably flunking in my history exams and then coming out with a 90 in my board exams, probably even failing in my economics prelims and coming out with a 97 in my finals, going up on stage and during SNK End of the Year function and completely forgetting my introduction. I remember I told them, I'm sorry, I'm not a good speaker, and I walked off the stage at that, I think Himukatri Hall or one of the halls. And still, like, teachers and friends, and they're all there to push you, like, so it's that foundation which I've received at SNK, which has really built up my confidence.
Any particular process they need to follow?
You need to have a look at the website called UCAS. It's UCAS.com, I think. What area you are interested in, what is your field, or what field you want to do you want to major in. After you decide that, you need to check which universities are very well known in that field, because different universities will be well known for different subjects. And once you decide which university you want to go to, after that you need to sort of fill in the UCAS form, you need to complete your personal profile information and application, send the application across. You will need a reference from one of your teachers or anyone. You will need one reference which you need to put down on that paper. And once you do that, then the universities will come back to you saying what you will either get a conditional offer or you'll get an unconditional offer, or your application will be rejected. So if you get a conditional offer, for instance with Manchester, I had a conditional offer of minimum 86% overall with nothing less than 84 in any subjects. So you need to work towards a target that the university sets for you, and it's quite good if you apply well in advance, then you know how much you need to study.
That you have traveled extensively overseas. How do you rate SNK as compared to other schools in India and overseas?
I will not be able to compare SNK with other schools overseas because I've not studied in a school overseas. But what I can tell is the quality of education we get at SNK is definitely fantastic, because I have not personally had any issues in terms of coping with studies at university in UK. So that is something I can definitely vouch for. And probably I think one area where SNK, I think it's something to do with the Indian education system rather than SNK in particular, but SNK being such a fabulous school can look into it, is try and help students in terms of where is the theory we are studying at school applicable in real life. For instance, if I talk about derivatives, we had probably some of the most difficult derivatives and integration, and I'm sure nobody in UK, even UK schools, would be able to do those. But when I went to UK, we had some absolutely very simple derivatives. But then we had to derive that, what derivative we need to do. We needed to apply the logic, we needed to apply the theory to be able to come up to that simple derivative which we need to compute.
Further education in India has become very competitive. Could you give us how is the situation overseas?
Education is definitely competitive there as well. Probably if you're comparing medical, I'm assuming that to get through a medical college in India, you need something like 96, 97, 98%. It's not that competitive in UK. For instance, Manchester being one of the best business schools in UK, I was asked for an 86%.
How important is part-time work for an Indian student overseas?
I think apart from the fact that you can support yourself financially and you learn how to manage your own money, it's the experience which counts. Part-time job is the first step towards getting those crucial people skills, for instance. Dealing with people you don't like, dealing with customers, managing money, taking responsibility, being accountable for something. So it's all.
As a proud alumni of TGS, how would you like to still contribute to TGS? How do you feel that being there you could contribute to TGS?
I feel I do keep in touch with school on a very regular basis. For instance, every time I come back to Rajkot, I always make it a point that I come and say hello to my teachers. And over these years, I've had the opportunity to, for instance, during every summer break while I was at university, I used to come and teach economics to class 12 students. I feel that was my way of coming back and contributing. I've even given a talk or I've taken one session on the difference in education systems in India and UK.
Message for current 12th standard?
As much as I hate to say, you need to study very hard, because I'm a person who really believes in having fun in whatever you do. I quite believe in focusing on co-curricular activities, not just academics. But I would say in 12th, you need to focus on studies, because at the end of the day, it's the marks which are going to get you through to a good college.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks a lot for giving me this opportunity.